Warning, the following audio is only aimed for beings who are in the need for scares and frightful storytelling. There will be some disturbing content and unsettling imagery in this video you are about to watch and or listen. If you feel uncomfortable or this isn't your cup of tea, you may click off immediately. However, to the ones who are staying, go right ahead and get all cozy in your blankies, plop in your headphones, turn off the lights, and enjoy this story. In today's creepypasta narration, we will be reading one of the most famous and most beloved Japanese urban legends of all time. Her name is Kuchisake-Onna. Kuchisake-Onna, or the Slit-Mouthed Woman, is a malevolent figure in Japanese urban legends and folklore. Described as a malicious spirit or onryo of a woman, she partially covers her face with a mask or other items and carries a pair of scissors, a knife, or some other sharp object. She is most often described as a tall woman about 175 or 180 centimeters. However, some people believe she is up to 8 feet tall, having long straight black hair, white hands, pale skin, and otherwise being considered beautiful, except for her scar. She has been described as a contemporary yokai. According to popular legend, she asks potential victims if they think she is beautiful. If they respond with no, she will either kill them with her long medical scissors on the spot, or wait until nightfall and murder them in their sleep. If they say yes, she will reveal that the corner of her mouth are slit from ear to ear, and she will then repeat her question. If the individual responds with no, she will kill them with her weapon, and if they say yes, hesitantly she will cut the corners of their mouth in such a way that resembles her own disfigurement. Methods can be used to survive an encounter with Kuchisake-Onna include answering her question by describing her appearance as average. The Kuchisake-Onna legend has been described as dating back to the 17th through 19th century during Japan's Edo's period. The story experienced a resurgence of awareness in 1970s Japan, when several newspapers and magazines reported on the legend and rumors surrounding its spread throughout the country, leading to young children being accompanied by groups of adults while walking home from school. According to legend, Kuchisake-Onna was a woman who was mutilated during her life, with her mouth being slit from ear to ear. In some versions of the story, Kuchisake-Onna was an adulterous wife or a mistress of a samurai during her life. She grew lonely because of the samurai was always away from home fighting and began having affairs with men around the town. When the samurai heard of this, he was outraged. As punishment for her infidelity, her husband sliced the corners of her mouth from ear to ear. In other versions of the tale, her mouth was mutilated during a medical or dental procedure, or by a woman who was jealous of her beauty. In still other versions, her mouth is filled with numerous sharp teeth. After her death, the woman returned as a vengeful spirit, or onryo. As an onryo, she covers her mouth with a cloth mask, often specified as a surgical mask, or in some iterations, a hand fan or handkerchief. She carries a sharp instrument with her, which has been described as a knife, a machete, a scythe, or a large pair of scissors. She is also described as having supernatural speed, she is said to ask potential victims if they think she is attractive, often phrased as "watashi kirai," which translates to "am I pretty or am I beautiful?" If the person answers no, she will kill them with her weapon. And if the person answers yes, she will reveal her mutilated mouth. She then repeats her question or ask, "Koretamo," which translates to "even with this?" or "even now?" And if the person responds with no or screams in fright, she will kill the person with her weapon. If the response is yes, she will slice the corners of the person's mouth from ear to ear, resembling her own disfigurement. An individual can survive an encounter with Kuchisake-Onna by using one of the several methods. In some versions of the legend, Kuchisake-Onna will leave the potential victim alone if they answer yes to both of her questions. Though in other versions, she will visit the individual's residence later that night and murder the person while sleeping. Another tactic is to say that the individual is running late, and she will simply bow and apologize, allowing the individual to pass. Other survival tactics include replying to Kuchisake-Onna's question by describing her appearance as average, giving the individual enough time to run away, distracting her by giving her money or hard candies, particularly the variety of candy known as beko-ami, made of caramelized sugar, or throwing them in her direction as she will stop to pick them up, or by saying the word pomade 3 times. Author and folklorist Matthew Mayer has described the Kuchisake-Onna legend as having roots dating back to the Japan's Edo's period, which spanned from the 17th through 19th centuries. But Japanese literature professor Rikura Yoshiyuki believes it dates from the 1970s. In print, the legend of Kuchisake-Onna dates back at least as early as 1979. The legend was reported in such a publication as the Gifu Prefecture newspapers Gifu Nichi-Nichi Shinbun on 26 January 1979, the weekly publication Shukan Asahi on 23 March 1979, and a weekly news magazine Shukan Shincho on the 5th April 1979. Rumors about Kuchisake-Onna spread throughout Japan, which led to young children sometimes being accompanied by members of parents' teacher association groups while walking home from school. Historian and manga artist Shigeru Mizuki considered Kuchisake-Onna to be an example of a yokai, a term which can refer to a variety of supernatural monsters, spirits, and demons in Japanese folklore. According to Zach Davison, a translator of many of Mizuki's works, when Mizuki put her in one of her newest yokai's encyclopedias, that's when she was officially considered a yokai. Kuchisake-Onna has appeared in live-action films, as well as in manga, anime, and video games. The character appears in the 1994 animated film Pompoko, produced by Studio Ghibli, and later appears in the 1996 live-action short film Kuchisake-Onna, directed by Terayoshi Ichi. She is also mentioned in the 1998 film Ring, directed by Hideo Nakata. In 2007, the film Carved, The Slit-Mouthed Woman, directed by Koji Shiraishi, and featuring Miki Mizuno as Kuchisake-Onna, was released. The film was followed by Carved 2, The Scissors Massacre, and The Slit-Mouthed Woman 0, The Beginning. both of which were released in 2008. The Kuchisake-Onna character later appeared in the 2012 films Kuchisake-Onna Returns and found footage mockumentary Zenitsu Kaiki File Kawasuki File 01, Operation Capture the Slip-Mouth Woman, as well as in webcomic Mob Psycho 100. Kuchisake-Onna is the female main character of a manga Even If You Slit My Mouth by Akari Kachimoto and appears in Jutsu Kaisen. Kuchisake-Onna is also featured on the manga Dandadan. She was also the basis for a character that appears in Danse Vadu, an episode of the American DC superhero television series Constantine. An enemy called Scissor Woman, inspired by Kuchisake-Onna, appears in the video game World of Horror. She also appears as a moderately strong enemy in the game Ghostwire Tokyo. She has two different forms. In the first one, she has a long white coat, a large white hat, and is wearing a surgical mask. In her second form, her coat turns red, and she drops both the hat and the mask, revealing her slit mouth. In both forms, she uses a long pair of scissors to attack the player.